Welcome. It is another episode of Dynasty Pylon here. We're talking about the Eagles today on June 10th, in the offseason coming into the 2022-2023 season. So, how's it going, Mark?
It's going.
Yeah,
How are you doing? How was your nap?
it was good, actually. I just still waking up.
I can tell you seem a little like you just woke up.
Just a little bit. I took a nap today. Yeah, I'm normally I don't during the day, or if I do, it's usually earlier or later. I don't know, depending on what I'm doing. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with naps. Nothing wrong with naps.
No, nothing wrong.
But yeah, I needed it. I was getting more into like the Twitch on how Tank does his operation behind the scenes and all that, and I was thinking maybe doing Mario Strikers soon. And then go from there. So I was up a little late, just a little bit, not too bad, but other than that though, it's a fun game so far. Some people are hating it, some people are liking it. I'm liking it. It's different, but yeah, overall I'm not hating on it yet. So
You need a Mario football game.
now that would be interesting. And I
Wouldn't
would
it?
imagine it would be something similar to Blitz.
Yeah,
I think it would be something similar to Blitz.
a little more
Or
family friendly.
NFL Street, which God, I miss that game so much.
Yeah, NFL Street. I think it'd be closer.
NFL Street was
But
by
with
far one of
obviously
my favorite football games out there. It
uh,
was it wasn't as crazy as Street, but more realistic to where it was possible. I mean, besides, the jumps and the flips and stuff, but I mean it was still realistically possible to what they were doing. I don't know.
yeah.
I loved that game.
They had a FIFA
Um,
Street too. That was pretty cool.
I actually didn't play that one. Was that one
Uh,
kind of similar to it,
yeah, it
or
was just like the NFL, except you're playing soccer like in the street against people.
okay? Yeah. So yeah, no, I was like, cool. It's out. I'm playing it, and you know, again, some people are hating it, some people are liking it. So yeah, Tank Crumbly, yeah, yeah. Did we take our names? Oh, no, you're there. Yeah. You've had that for a couple days now, right?
Yeah,
He's been pretty busy. Usually he's here every
yeah,
show. So
he's good.
all right. So any recent news that I missed or heard of or anything like that? I
Uh,
know Patrick Renfro had just signed a bonus or a new
32
year
million.
2-year
Yeah.
extension with 21-year guaranteed. And then that was pretty much it. Nothing.
Well, that
Nothing
Jack Del Rio got fined $100,000, but
that I missed.
yeah,
What was that about?
he had some very insensitive tweets about the January 6th insurrection that
Oh,
didn't sit well with a lot of people.
okay. Yeah, that's a touchy date that you don't want to. Yeah.
Well, I
Well,
guess short story or long story short, he basically compared the January 6th insurrection to the riots that transpired after George Floyd died.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, dude.
Yeah, he went there, and a lot of people didn't like it. Then he held a press conference and he didn't back down from his comments.
Uh-huh.
And then after that, Ron Rivera took him into his office and I guess yelled at him and basically said that they were disappointed and this isn't how we're supposed to act. And then the Commanders are actually the ones that fined him $100,000. It wasn't the
Well,
NFL. It was the
organizations
Commanders.
organizations can do what they want now. They don't
Yeah.
have to actually have total approval of the actual commission anymore. So, what's up, Alyssa? Glad you come in here and make fun of our names. We like having you in here as usual.
Martini.
Yeah. And then
Oh yeah, the whole Jason Garrett replacing Drew Brees.
yeah. Um So I mean, that's also interesting. I'm not making fun of them. Just, just questioning. Okay. Um. Well. Um. Would it be different? How? If that's a question, and the reason they got Tank Crumbly is because last episode of the fact that they look alike side by side. So he put instead of Mark Crumbly, he put
I'm
Tank.
wearing a hat with a circle too, so
Yeah, yeah. You
got to
guys are.
represent.
Yeah, one of you guys got to lose the beard. One of you. I don't know who, but one of you's got to do it. But anyways, no. I mean, other than that, though, it was just interesting to Drew Brees' career there being cut short. He wasn't really that good, anyways. From what a lot of people are saying, anyways. He was just a
Yeah, a lot
guy
of
to
people
me.
weren't fans of him.
Yeah. I think he could do better somewhere else, doing something better. I mean, I'm not saying from productions like being as behind the camera, maybe not, just different, just viewed differently rather than what they had him do. So,
I think
but
he should
hey,
go to coaching.
yeah, I think that could be an opportunity.
Yeah.
Maybe he's good there, maybe he's not. Can't really. We won't know until he fucking finds out. And excuse my language there.
Sorry.
I'm gonna order Margaret Gravity Falls hats. More like Jesus. So uh we have the Eagles today.
The Egos.
Yeah, the Eagles. God, that would be so funny if we did. Would you get the same color though? Like the same color as Tank though?
He's the one ordering it, not me.
Well, I know, but I mean, would it be a lighter shade blue or just the same color? Um, that would be hilarious though. Okay, so the Eagles, you know, one of the few teams that had multiple picks, came to the draft, and then they traded. I think one of their first round. I think it was like the 15th or 16th one, um, to the Saints, which we talked about yesterday. So
Mm-hmm.
now leaving them with pick 16 and pick 19. Um, so as of now, they're going into the draft uh, with only now what, two first rounders rather than the three as what we thought.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so and then I think they traded that one away again, did they not?
This.
Because the 13th one they used Jordan Davis out of Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
and then I don't think they had a second one or a
No, they
second
they
first rounder
drafted a center.
in the second round.
Oh yeah, that was the second rounder. I think they traded it. Oh, that the second one was the Traylon Burks AJ Brown trade.
What happened during the draft?
Yeah, that happened during the draft.
Swear that happened.
It was their draft pick. They traded it, and then with that pick, Tennessee drafted Traylon Burks.
AJ Brown. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Okay, so I mean, it looks like they used the first round on a receiver again. Only rather than guessing of what they know they have, they actually know what he's capable of. That's going to be interesting. We'll talk about AJ Brown here in a second here soon as we get more into the receivers. So as they go in, I mean, I guess if you really want to look at it, their first round was AJ Brown. Their second first, I guess.
Yeah.
So giving Jalen Hurts that extra weapon. Now with Devontae Smith, the corpse of Jalen Reagor, and AJ Brown. So those guys should be a threat. Should be a threat. Of course, we don't really know. It's the Eagles. Eagles do weird things as the Eagles. I don't know. I can't. They're such a hard team to predict. I really don't know what they're going to do offensively. I would like to say that because it's a new coaching staff and everything, I think, or what was it? Not coaching staff, but yeah, wasn't it new coaching staff?
No, they're the same coach from last year.
Peterson's there. No, I'm thinking
No,
of
that's
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
My bad.
Yeah, they still have the guy you don't like because he doesn't run the ball with Miles
Yeah,
Sanders.
yeah. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I really don't know what they're gonna do. I'm thinking of Sirianni is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Sirianni.
I'm at a loss for words on what they're gonna do offensively. I mean, of course, it's going to really rely on injuries with these guys. It's going to come down to how they change their playbook with AJ Brown there. Do we see more Kenneth Gainwell? And yes, thank you, Braden. Uh, I don't know. They drafted no that was Kennedy Brooks, but who's a free agent. So
They saw Jordan Howard.
No,
the death chart.
No, Jordan Howard's not there anymore.
Oh, Boston Scott. That's the other guy I was thinking of.
Yeah, the other guy. Yeah.
Boston
No,
Scott.
he Jordan Howard's in. I don't think he's signed anywhere, is he?
No.
That's a very good question. Where is Jordan Howard?
But I do agree, especially last year, the Eagles' offense was very hit and miss. But like I was trying to say the other day too, like whenever it was hit though, was because Jalen Hurts was running the ball.
Right.
Like he really did not show me. He's a free agent, according to Braden. Man in the chair.
Yeah, I think so. I can't find him anywhere. Right, I see him. I'm looking up his file, and it doesn't seem like he's his team. Yeah. So that makes sense.
But it just seemed like they weren't really a passing team, in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't know if that changes with the addition of.
And what's sad is because he's such
AJ Brown.
Like their run game, when it comes to Miles Sanders, he's such a good running back. But the problem is they don't use him. Like whenever he got the ball, he was super productive. And I don't know what that game they're watching, but when I saw it, I was like, why not just give Miles Sanders the ball more? Because this guy was averaging almost 80 yards a game every single time when he was healthy.
Right.
And maybe
I know. They were the definition of full on running game by committee, because they literally had like 4 running backs every game touching the ball, and that's why I was like, I can't trust any of these running backs to do anything.
And then why draft Kenny Gainwell if you're not really going to use him?
Right.
When you're like, that didn't make sense to me. It was Miles Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell, Jordan Howard, Boston Scott. That was the order. Miles Sanders goes down. We all assume that Kenneth Gainwell is going to be the next guy up. Just disappears. They don't even use him. Just straight up, there's no, dude, we're not going to use you. All of a sudden, Jordan Howard, Boston Scott get all the carries. Jordan Howard goes down. All right, so now we're definitely down to Kenny Gainwell. Kenny Gainwell has to be the guy. No, Boston Scott is.
Right.
It's like, why'd you even draft this guy in the 3rd round? I think. No, 5th round. Sorry, but still, he's still party. Like he's a really good.
No, he showed flashes. Like even in college, he was really good. He showed flashes at the NFL level. He just didn't consistently get the ball enough. And then the worst part about the Eagles is you go, oh, Boston Scott got all the carries. Then you're like, oh, I'm going to pick him up on the waiver wire, and then he disappears. They're like, oh, we're not running the ball with Boston Scott anymore.
Yeah,
and I'm like, it's so hard to keep track. Like they said, that's like one of those 5 teams that we don't like: the Patriots, the 49ers, the Dolphins will be one of those teams this year because they have the running backs coach from 49ers, and they already have like 7 running backs that they brought in. So
yeah, it's going to be nuts.
And then you just throw the Eagles in there because it's ridiculous. Trying to predict which running back is going to go off, and it's horrible. I'd rather just stay away from it and not worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's insane to know, like, from what we know, and then we go into the season, we're like, man, I really don't want to draft these guys because yada yada yada, and then we do it anyways, and then we just hope for the best. So I myself am a Miles Sanders owner, and it's difficult for me to trade him off.
Yeah, because they're hurting his value.
They are.
As seasons go by, this value is just going to go down because they're not utilizing.
Yeah. So to my future or to my other Miles Sanders owners, you might be stuck with them. And I think the best thing for you to do in a dynasty league, and if you have Miles Sanders, I think the best thing for you to do is just kind of hold him and hope that he doesn't sign with them. And maybe when he's 26, 27, he'll play for another team and hopefully he burns the rest of his career in that team there, because we know the shelf life of a running back isn't that high. That's the best advice I could probably give for Miles Sanders. And
I mean, that is true, because I mean, if they're going to do this running back by committee, that'll at least add to his career lengthwise.
Right.
So then he can go somewhere for like 2 or 3 years and ball out.
Yeah, I think he'll ball out, but with some other another younger rookie. It wouldn't surprise me if he goes behind like someone like Isaiah Spiller or something in the that Chargers little crew there, because I don't think Eckler's going to be the same. So, my bad. Gotta put that
I
on
had
mute.
no idea you were an assassin.
Dude, that's my. Have you not heard that before? It's my ring. That's been my ringtone for years, man.
You normally like cut it off before the words hit, though.
Yeah, it's kind of out of my reach right now. I've had that ringtone for a while. Kennedy Page, I'm an assassin. It's a good song. Fair, not a famous one either, but it's a good one. Anyway, so let's talk about these IDP potentials. No rookie on this squad besides maybe Nakobe Dean and Jordan Davis are probably starters, both offense and defense, except for those two. And coincidentally, they were both from the same school, Georgia. So that's interesting to me. Jordan Davis as the left defensive tackle next to Fletcher Cox, and then you got Brandon Graham, and also let me actually put this up so we're all seeing the same thing. I'm not crazy. There we go. Bam. All right. So here you are.
We're looking at the depth chart right now.
Oh yeah. Go through the draft. My bad.
Yeah, I was like, what's happening right? Yeah,
I'm going out of order. My bad, dude. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Start the draft.
All right, round 1, number 13, from Houston via Cleveland. They got Jordan Davis, defensive tackle from Georgia.
Yes. I think he's going to be automatic start right away, right from the go. Would not surprise me. Him and Fletcher Cox are going to be, making some moves there. Kind of help complementing each other.
Don't forget they have I completely forgot about this too. They have Hargrave still too.
That's true.
So as of right now, he's actually listed as the backup to Hargrave, and
it wouldn't surprise me these three just switch out though.
Oh, I'm sure. Give him some rest. Yeah, it's gonna be scary. I don't like it. You're never gonna be able to run against this team.
Well, because Fletcher Cox he's no spring chicken either, man.
Oh, I know, and that's why they got Jordan Davis to be his successor.
You would hope that.
Yeah,
I don't believe in this guy, but
I know you don't, and I don't want to believe in him, but I feel like this is worst case scenario for people going against him, because, like, if he had gone almost anywhere else, I'd probably be like, he's not going to do anything. But to learn under a guy like Fletcher Cox, who's every year has been a freaking Pro Bowler beast like the last 10 years, like, that scares me. Teaching a guy with that kind of athleticism at that size to be able to learn from a guy like Fletcher Cox, that scares me.
Yeah, it's crazy because, like, Hargrave is just as good, but Fletcher Cox takes all the the glory there. Kind of like Joseph Day and Donald last year. No one really knew who Joseph Day was.
Yeah.
And For one, I think Hardgrave made our IDP waiver wire show a couple times.
He did because he was doing that good.
Yeah. So speaking of IDP waiver wire and all that, if you're new and you're watching, we have a IDP league going on. It is a guillotine league. It's the description below. If you're scared to do an IDP, this is your perfect league for you. Because if you don't do so hot, you'll be eliminated, and then you don't have to worry and stress about it for the rest of the coming weeks. I feel like the closer you are to playoffs, the stressful it gets. But then if you don't make it that far, then hey, one less team you have to worry about.
But plus you get to hang out through the whole season and learn to see what other people are doing and help learn and go from there.
Yeah, we're not kicking you out completely. You just won't have any players to, manage. We'll keep you in the league, in the chat. You could talk all you want. But it's not entirely too bad. It's gonna be on Sleeper. So it's like I said, it's down below. Go ahead, just click on that. It's down below. It'll take you to the link. It's not crappy NFL or mediocre ESPN or pay for MFL. Or what's the other one? The upcoming Yahoo one. Yeah, crazy to say that. They are the upcoming one. I never thought I'd say that. But yeah, dude, it's free, and the best part of it is if you win, we'll have a jersey for you. Your team, custom. Well, it'll say Dynasty Pylon on it, and then if depending on where it's at, it'll be the second one. So it'll have a number 2 on it, or potentially number 3 on it,
depending on how many subscribers we get from here and then.
Right, and I think by then
it'd probably be like 3.
It could potentially be 3 by then. Yeah. But it's still a free jersey, and it's not like exact replica Nike, but it's pretty freaking good. So
yeah, I got one right there.
Yeah, right behind you. You got that one right there. So go ahead. That's Mark's back there. It's a Washington Commanders one. Or not even a Commanders, just a Washington team.
Football team, yeah.
Yeah, so that's no longer a thing. So
nope.
I actually have an Antonio Gibson one, so
nice.
Yeah. But no, it'll be fun. So give it a try. If not, I really wish you would. Really wish you would. So speaking of that, now kind of cover that. Hopefully we can get that started soon. I know we have like 6 people in there, so there's still some slots left. So, but all right, moving on with the draft. My bad.
No, you're good. Round 2, number 51, Cameron Jurgens, center, Nebraska. And we talked about him on Wednesday, part of our draft recap kind of show.
Yeah.
And he was handpicked, supposedly, by Kelsey to replace him at center for the Eagles.
Yeah.
That's a good recommendation, I guess.
Yeah, Kelsey Jordan, he's 34 years old, so it does not surprise me that he's ready to check out here soon. So, handpicked. I mean, that's definitely all right, dude. You better live up to what the hype is on you, because if not, it's gonna look bad. So third round, Mark's favorite guy.
I was really high on this guy. I compared him to Ray Lewis of all people.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, but
if
he does become Ray Lewis, you're gonna be hating him here pretty soon.
Oh well, yeah, obviously. It was bad enough that they got Jordan Davis to learn under Fletcher Cox, and they take the linebacker I like the most. I was like, oh Lord.
Yeah, Nakobe Dean. Coming out of college, Mark really liked him.
But apparently, I know why he slipped though.
Because of an injury, right?
He has a shoulder injury, and all the teams want him to do surgery, and he said, "No, I don't want to." So then they were like, "Well, then we're not going to draft you."
Which was dumb because he was going to wait till he got to the facility to do it. which
Was
is
that what
like
it was? I thought he was just outright like. I
something
thought he
like that.
wanted to
Like,
heal it naturally, and they were scared that would make it worse, or it would never be fully healed if he did that. So that's why teams were looking away from him, especially at the
wow, look.
linebacker position, because that's crucial. Like you're using your shoulders a lot when you're tackling,
Right.
especially with the way you have to tackle now.
Yeah. I feel like that was I don't know. I wouldn't have passed up on him. If he hurts his shoulders, he hurts his shoulders at least at that point, and then in there, you're like, all right, dude, you like what your way did not work. We're gonna do it the correct way or our way and go get your surgery. Sorry, not sorry, but this is what's gonna happen. So for him to slip all the way down to what was it, the third round?
Yeah,
Great for them. Great
considering
for
he
them.
was considered like a top 15 pick, I think, right
Oh
before
yeah,
the draft
easy.
started.
Easy. So
But then
good
again,
for
so
them.
was Devin Lloyd, and he fell all the way to the end of the first round. So people weren't high
Right.
on linebackers, I guess. It's all about receivers, edge rushers, and offensive linemen, apparently.
Great. So interesting enough. Um so they didn't have a fourth and they didn't have a fifth due to trades and whatnot. So in the sixth round at 181, another linebacker. This was a trade over Detroit. Was it Kyron Johnson? I don't think he's gonna do much. I mean, he's 6 foot 235. So maybe he does something. I'm not too sure. What? What
There's
do you think
also,
of this?
I've always considered like anything like fifth round and later more like stocking up on like backups, basically.
Fillers and stuff, yeah.
I mean, every once in a while you get that diamond in the rough. Obviously Tom Brady's the biggest example where you get a guy in the late rounds and they just like Cam Curl. I don't think he was drafted until like the fifth or sixth round, and you look at him; he's now my
Right.
starting strong safety. So you get them every once in a while, but mostly I feel those positions are just like teams are looking at their rosters and going, "Where are we the thinnest at player wise? Let's get some bodies in there." And sure, maybe they can start every once in a while, but usually they're just backup roles.
That's how I feel about Tyler Algier here. That's just me from a Falcons point.
I see that, but at the same time, looking at your depth chart, I feel like he could easily be the number 2 running back on your team.
Right, but he was also in the fifth round though.
I
He's
understand
used
that.
use that. So
But running back is that one outlier position, I feel like, because people are like, no one likes drafting running backs anymore, I guess.
isn't this so weird?
Like, especially in
That
the
it just
high
goes like in
rounds.
later rounds. Like, what is
Yeah.
going on? So
Well, I
if
mean,
they're
look at
drafting,
Gibson. Gibson was a third rounder. Like,
yeah,
most running backs are drafted in the third round or later now.
yeah,
I mean, granted, you have ETN, who was there, and then obviously Zeke and Barkley. But other than those three, I mean, there have been no other running
right,
backs. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's just becoming a less and less important position as the passing game starts to take over more and more, I feel like.
No, I could follow you there. I think it's less important during the draft because they know it's potential that they're going to be there, but it's such an important part of the game still.
Yeah.
But when it comes to draft day, it's not so much anymore. I mean, Najee was drafted 24th overall,
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Najee Harris, too. That's the same
and
draft as
then and
ETN.
then literally the pick later or two. I think it was like 2 picks later. It was the Jags again.
And I think, and this is exactly one of the reasons why Braden called it. You don't want to spend a high draft pick on players who are only going to play a few years, then lose value. And
Right. No.
that's why I said they're losing value.
Yeah. No.
And
I
it's
agree.
true, especially like people like Harris who are going to touch the ball 500 times in a season. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
you're on track to kill your running back in like 2 years, man.
Right. No, it was insane. Just kind of like, we were talking about Swift and Harris, and we're like, dude, what is going on? It was in that same week and versus each other too. I was like, what happened that game? Like, it was like battle of the running backs that week, and I was like, what in the hell? And then sure enough, Swift gets injured. Like the next week, I'm like, well, you basically abused his body the last week or so. So, but I agree. These running backs, you can get them in the 4th round, 3rd round, and 5th round, and then they're still going to be way more valuable later on.
Yeah.
So,
well, not only that, but you also have like this new thing where they're doing running by committee. So the more running backs they have, the better.
The bell cow thing is no longer a thing anymore.
No.
Give me a team.
I think Henry's going to be the last one.
I think they changed it up this year, dude.
I think get a running back. Who'd they bring in? They lost Nichols. He's on your team.
Harris.
Running Harris.
Yeah. They drafted a running back.
Oh, they did. I remember now. I remember.
And I think that they go. I don't necessarily go. They go 100% on them. I would think that they go 70-30. Would not surprise me.
Well, with the age of Henry, they better start doing it.
Yeah. I think Gurley and David Johnson kind of showed teams you don't want to pay running backs because of how fast they can fall off. So get value picks at running backs and just rotate them out. Yeah, no.
Yep.
I think we've been noticing in the last 2 seasons that you will have dual running backs. Prime example, the Broncos. Gordon and Williams back there. God, those guys are like the same. Last year, they were the same. They almost had the almost exact numbers. One had more yards, or one had like a few more touchdowns than the other, but it was almost pretty much identical. Like I was happy with either one if I had either one on my roster. I mean, Dynasty, obviously, I want Williams because he's going to be there a little bit longer. But it's coming to that point where people aren't going to be having that bell cow anymore. And if people are still saying the bell cow, well, it's not going to be that long.
And yes, Patriots and the 49ers are definitely great examples.
Yeah, they've been like that for years, though. Yeah. They've been like that for years, and
now
this is why Philly. Belichick is one of the greatest coaches in the NFL. And I don't care what anybody says; he's still a great coach. I may not like the Patriots and his organization and what he does and what he's done with that place, but he's still a good coach. He knows how to utilize his running backs, and he knows what to do. Let's just knock out this last draft pick at 198, 6th round. Probably never ever going to see him. Acquired from the Jaguars. Grant Calcerda. Yeah, dude, you're like 4th on the depth chart, man. Behind Dallas Goedert, Jack Stoll, and Tyree Jackson. And then Richard Rodgers actually I would not surprise if he starts over him. And then they have another guy, Noah Tagai, and why is J.J. Arcega-Whiteside listed as tight end on my depth chart? Interesting enough. Is he that big that he's going to list it as tight end? Do you have tight end on yours?
Yeah, I have Dallas Goedert, Jack Stoll, Tyree Jackson, and the rookie that we just talked about.
Okay, but no J.J. I'll show you what I got. Here we go. He is listed as a tight end.
Jalen Reagor's the 5th string receiver. That's just sad.
Well, yeah, you suck, dude. But look, like tight end right here. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, tight end, way back here, hanging amongst the tight ends. Why? I don't know why. I mean, he's only 6 foot, 237, so I don't understand why. Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, sorry. Why? I don't know. Why?
That's weird. At 6 foot, I don't understand. I know we just transitioned to receiver. Remember that we had AG and AGG. So we had Antonio Gibson, and then we had Gandy Golden or Goldie Gandon or whatever his name was, and the receiver. He's a huge dude. He's the number 2 tight end now for Washington.
And it makes sense if you're big, but I mean he's only
6 foot. That's what I said. But this I don't. The 6 foot tight end, that seems weird.
Yeah. So here he is. But anyways, we kind of skipped over defense, really. Do you realize Kaiser White signed with them?
Really?
Yeah, I didn't notice that until I looked at the depth chart today. I was like, oh crap. It's because you're white out of the
Oh
Chargers.
yeah, there he is. Well, I think he was. Oh yeah,
You're free.
he was traded from the Rams to the Chargers, right? Or did he only
Yes.
play for the Chargers?
Yes. Yes. He was traded for the Rams, and it wasn't even that high of a pick. It was, yeah. So you got
But
TJ
yeah,
Edwards, Hassan Reddick. I knew about that. I think he's going to be in a good spot there. Darius Slay from Detroit. But that was like this now is what his second year now, third year now with them. Anthony Harris, obviously we know as good safety. James Bradbury's there. Vontae Maddox. It's the defense looks pretty good, man. I don't think I have an issue with anybody of these guys on here.
nah, man. I mean, you got 4 solid defensive linemen.
Linebackers are pretty
brought in
good.
Hassan Reddick.
Because you're white, Nakobe Dean is there.
Darius
Barnett.
Slay and Bradbury. Oh god.
Yeah, the defense is gonna look good. Everything's gonna rely on our boy Jalen Hurts. Whether he's gonna have to run a lot or he's gonna make accurate throws, we don't know. Because I remember when watching Jalen Hurts, it was like, oh god, you're so bad, you're so horrible, and yet our fantasy points are just through the roof, and that's only because you rush. Which is insane. I felt like everybody was like that, but people were starting week in, week out. A lot of it's going to be on him. Gardner Minshew's there as backup. They drafted Carson Strong. I don't think he's ever going to sniff the field. I'm sorry, dude. You're just not that good. He's like a tick higher than Zappy, in my opinion. He's not that good.
Yeah.
You're just not that guy. You're just not that guy.
I think he's more than a tick above Zappy.
Marcus Lowell's dying this show thinking about the Eagles defense.
Yeah. Oh, it's just annoying because I heard we were going to get Bradbury and then we didn't. It's like, ugh.
He'd be all right. So, anyways, that's the quarterback right there.
I think their offensive line is probably a little suspect. I know they got Kelsey and they got Lane still, but other than that, I have no idea who these other guys on their offensive line are.
Landon Dickerson seems like a familiar name. You got him last year, right?
That actually does sound kind of familiar.
You got him last year. Sounds very familiar.
6'6", 333 pounds. Holy Lord.
Yes. It's a big dude.
He's only 23. Yeah, they drafted him last year in the second round. Good Lord.
Yeah. Oh, and Mailata. I know this guy.
Jordan Mailata?
Yeah, not bad. I don't think their line's anything too horrible. I mean, it's not the greatest, but it's not too bad.
I don't think it's as good as it had been in years past.
No, you're right. But then Dallas Goedert is also a big threat too. You can't.
Yeah.
He can block and he can catch, and he is one of those guys where if you don't cover him, he could get a good 20-25 yards on you. I like Dallas Goedert. One of the biggest regrets I had to cut during my Dynasty League last season. It was either him or Michael Pittman. And I chose Michael Pittman.
And you wonder why you don't have tight ends.
Well, I thought that I would be able to get him back. Unfortunately, someone picked him up in the second round.
Yeah, that's a bit of a
It's all right. Not everyone has 2 great tight ends on their freaking squad, right?
Why has it got to be 16, by the way? Can't we do like 17 or 18?
What are you talking about?
I'm at 18 people on my roster, and I have no idea who I'm cutting on my next 2 because I want to keep everybody.
Keep your 18.
I thought you said it was supposed to be 16.
16 active.
Yeah, I have 18 active.
None of them can go to taxi squad.
No, my taxi squad's filled.
Oh, gosh. Wow. I have 16 active with 2 in my taxi squad. And you know, okay, so I'm glad you got that. All right. Because if I didn't, I'm like, look, be smart with your picks, man. Essentially, you're gonna have with 7 active slots that are empty going into the draft.
Yes.
That's what our league should be. If they don't get that, I know there's gonna be somebody who's not gonna understand.
But I
they don't
thought
ask
because we were
questions.
adding a defensive line spot, we were adding a spot to not cut. But I
Yeah,
guess
16. It went from 15 to 16.
Oh, it was 15 last year? I thought it was 16.
It was 15.
God.
But because of that taxi squad, you have the weird option of having 2 more if they fit in there, either rookies or sophomores.
Yeah, I'm at 20 and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. I had to move Parsons to DL and then reconfigure which sophomore I really wanted. Sadly to say, I think it's going to be Kadarius Toney.
Well, I was all set to just get rid of Hines, but then Frank Wright comes out and was like, expect a way. Well, yeah, he said expect a way increased role for Hines this upcoming year, and I was like, what the really? Now I'm tempted to dump Robinson, but I'm like, well, then that's just a waste of a 3rd-round pick.
Oh, I don't know about that, man.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's so hard. I have like 6 running backs now, and I'm like, I don't like this. I liked it better when I only had 3.
Well, I'm glad I'm not in your shoes, bro.
I got Connor, I got Chubb, Pollard, Robinson, Hines.
It's 5.
That's all I have. I was off by 1.
Okay. You could just keep them all.
Yeah, but then I'd have to. But I don't know who I want to get. But then I have to get rid of somebody else.
Well, you tend to like dropping good defensive linebackers, like line and linebackers. So
hey, I had them on the trade block for I don't know how long, and not one person sent me a trade offer. So that's the other thing. I have like 6 linebackers, so I can't keep all them. I dropped Edmonds. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, nobody cares about him.
Yeah, I know. No, there was no big.
No, I mean it's because it was Bosa. Like,
well, what did he do this last year? He didn't even do anything, so I don't think it was that bad.
He was hurt.
Yeah, and then he's gonna get hurt next year, and then the next year, and it'll be like all that. He did
okay this season coming back. He did, and especially on the game that you know what? It was the game he should have started at Bosa against you, and he did. I'm like, you're an idiot. Why did you not do that? Like the one time you get to rub it in the person's face when someone drops someone, that's the time to do it, and he didn't do it, and he went off that week. I was like, you're an idiot. But yeah.
I know. He drafted him in the 1st round, and he barely even played him.
Don't look. Look, some of the people in our league.
This was your 1st-round pick.
Look, I still don't understand how the champ from last year won with that horrible draft. Like, literally, his starting lineup was the only reason why he won.
Oh, I know.
He got so lucky. Pure luck.
100%. You showed me his draft, and I was literally like, what?
How did he win? Yeah, I have no idea. And then he only kept 1 from that draft.
Yeah, they're all gone.
Or we'll see. He hasn't cut everyone yet, but he has. It would not surprise me if Trey Lance is the only one he's going to keep. But that's not here nor there. We are talking about Eagles today. Wide receivers, obviously the clear number 1 is going to be A.J. Brown. Then it's going to be followed by Devontae Smith. And apparently Quez Watkins is their number 3. Followed by...
Is he a sleeper in fantasy, do you think?
Quez Watkins?
Yeah.
Well, yes. And only because of this. Somehow... the football gods do not like Eagles wide receivers. You get a hamstring. You get a groin. You get a foot. You get a this. And then they're into like their 5th or 6th receivers. So, yes. Quez Watkins. You hear her first. Quez Watkins is definitely going to be one of those sleepers you want. It would not be surprising me if you go after Ward either.
A.J. Brown eats Chipotle again.
And
gets out for like 3 weeks because of Chipotle.
Oh God, I it's so weird that the Eagles receivers cannot stay healthy. I don't know what's in their water, but whatever it is, they need to change it up. They need to throw some more electrolytes up in there.
Right?
And then Brayden says, yeah, they all did that when I dropped down Robinson. At the time, in the middle of the season, I don't know. That was different, Brayden. I feel like that was too early, and
But now he's
then
in LA, so maybe if you dropped him now, he'd probably get that.
well, now he's on the trading block, and no one's throwing crap for him. So
Yeah, there's all these people in the trading block, and I feel like nobody's either looking or caring.
it's all right. We'll find out here in 20 days when who is not paying attention. I have someone ready to go in the slot. Like they're ready to take over a team.
Nice.
So yeah. I got people, man. I got people to fill these rosters. Ain't that it's not gonna be an issue. All right, so
Just got
that's
a guy that knows a guy.
I got a guy. So other than that is pretty much what we got for Philadelphia's roster and their depth chart.
Schedule time.
Schedule time.
So
We
week
need to put it
1
up.
at the Detroit Lions.
Yes.
Win or loss?
That's gonna be a very good game.
I'm gonna say loss. I said this is where my Lions come out swinging.
I I think the Eagles can lose this game. It is their game to lose. Let's put it that way. If they don't show forth anything week 1, they can easily lose to the Lions. I think the Lions can potentially pull a win off here. But I think they lose. Then they go to Vikings. I think they lose again. I think they go to the Commanders. I think they lose again. Jaguars win. So we got one. Eagles, they lose again. Cowboys, they lose again. Steelers, they win. Texans, they win. They'll split with the Commanders. Loss to the Colts. Packers. Lose to the Packers. Beat the Titans. Beat the Giants. Beat the Bears. Did I say lose? I feel like they're going to split with every single team in the division.
Nah, they're going to beat the Giants twice.
I don't know. I think the Giants might have a little rabbit out of their head or something like that. I think their draft that they had there, I think it was pretty good. And I get it, you're still implementing, but I think by then they'll figure themselves out because it's towards the end of the year. They'll lose against Saints, and I think they got like 7 to 8 wins.
Yeah, I had 8.
Yeah, Brayden, what does over under say? I know you always got that. Usually pulls that up. I see 8 wins, max. I don't see anything crazier than that. I don't see why they would have 10 wins.
Actually, I got 7.
You got 7?
Oh, only because I don't think they're going to split with the Commanders. But that's just because I'm a Commanders fan. So
That's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. I think they'll split. I honestly think they'll split with everybody. 9.5.
I'm definitely going under.
I'm going under on that one. Is this PFF or Vegas? It's interesting. 9.5. Huh. They must think they're going to beat everybody in their division or something. But I don't see it. I don't see 9. I'd see maybe barely getting 8. I definitely see 7. It's strong potential getting 7, but I don't think it's going to happen. So 9.5. That's interesting.
Well, I mean, if the defense is as good as we think it is, they could win possibly 10 games.
Yeah. Tell us in the chat, whoever's watching. Tell us what you guys think. Put a number down, chat.
Because I mean,
What
we
do you
both
guys-
said they're going to lose, but I mean, they could beat the Lions. So there's one. I think they could beat the Vikings.
DraftKings,
That's
FanDuel,
two.
BetMGM. So basically, all the Vegas squads
3,
in Unibet. How come I haven't heard of Unibet?
4, 5, 6.
Now I'm looking up what
7,
Unibet is.
8,
Oh, that's Unibet?
9. Maybe if they beat the
Oh,
Saints,
yeah.
10. All right. I mean, I could see 9.5. I could see 10 wins. I
Yeah.
don't think it'll be 10 wins, but I could see 10 wins. Maybe
Yeah.
even 11 or 12 if they beat the Commanders once or twice.
Braden, what do you think, man? And Tank, if you're watching or whoever. I think they're gonna go. I think they'll go 7.
Now, if they
Some of
had a
these-
quarterback, they could easily.
Well, they
do-
have a quarterback.
No, if they had like an established veteran quarterback that could throw the ball, they could be up there in the like 12, 13, 14.
Oh, who knows? Maybe this is his Josh Allen year. Who knows?
Take that back right now.
What?
So you take that back right now.
Well,
No. This is not his Josh Allen year.
what? What they need to do is freaking use Miles Sanders more.
Yeah. I'm not arguing that thing.
God, man, piss me off, man.
Except for when I play you. Then they cannot run with Miles Sanders.
So stupid. So you know what? As long as he plays Miles Sanders versus my Micah Parsons, I'm good with that. Give me them double points. Give me them stack. Yeah, dude. I see 7. And nobody else commented on what they see. So that's fine. No worries. Anyways, that's the Eagles. Overall, what do you think, man?
Braden says 8.
Green says 8. Okay. That's a possibility too. Thanks, man. Yeah. What do overall? What do you think? Like, sums it up.
What do you mean? Like,
All right, I'll tell you mine. Overall, what I think the Eagles are. They have the key weapons. The problem is, I don't think they know how to utilize them the right way. Because both on offense and defense, like you look at that defense, like oh god, nasty. I don't want any of that defense. Offense, it's like okay, they have potential weapons. They have it there, like everything's set up for them. But why am I still questioning them? And is it the coaching? Is it because of luck? I don't know what it is. I just don't believe in the Eagles as much as I should. They could probably be over 9.5. That's a very good possibility. I mean, DraftKings, FanDuel, BetMGM, PointsBet, and Unibet all put 9.5, and they're somewhat okay and good at decent what they do. But if all these guys put 9.5, there's a very good potential they could go 10. And I also see that.
yeah.
This squad has that potential. I just don't see it realistically. Just really weird to say, and I don't know why I'm saying that, but I'm saying it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel if Jalen Hurts comes out and plays the way they want Jalen Hurts to come out and play, and if he does have his, like you said, Josh Allen year, I could see even upwards to 12 to 13 wins, tops. But I just can't. I don't think it'll happen. I just don't have that kind of faith in Jalen Hurts.
No, neither do I.
I think some of the games, I think some of the games we said that were losses, he might just come out and win. But then other games that we said were wins, he will find a way to lose those.
Yeah.
Because that's just what the Eagles have been.
But Jalen Hurts is a special type of dude. He's not like any other quarterbacks though. And that's what separates him. I'm not saying his go-to is running. I'm saying that
I would say you could compare him to Jamal. Why did I say Jamal? Jackson.
a little bit, yes. Like a great value.
But I think
Jalen
Jackson
Hurts.
can actually throw. I think Jamar Jackson, is that his name? Why can I not think of his first name? Jamar, right?
Lamar.
Not Lamar. I said Jamar. Is it Lamar? Lamar Jackson. I don't know why my brain just went completely gone there. Lamar Jackson.
It's all right. You like to create players.
Good Lord.
You like
Lamar
to create
Jackson,
players.
I think, is
Lamar
a better passer
Jackson,
than Jalen Hurts. Jamar, yes. Jamar Jackson. JJ.
Freaking Mark, man. If I were really quick with it, and I would create players like right on the spot, man, I would do it.
But I think Lamar Jackson's actually a better passer than Jalen Hurts, and I don't think Jamar.
Jesus,
good God, I don't think Lamar Jackson is that great of a thrower.
I'm gonna make Jamar Jackson. I'm the Cincinnati Bengals throwing.
Receiver, quarterback. There we go, Jamar. Yeah, that's where I'm getting Jamar from. Oh Lord.
All right, we're coming. This is the end of the show. Are you sure you don't need a nap? I don't know, man.
I got to do homework after this so I can play tonight with all the guys.
Oh God, yeah, get that done. We're going about 5 hours. You think that's enough time for you?
That's fine. That's fine. I just have to read and do a quiz. So.
All right, then, man. Look, if you're still watching, we are part of the Nerd Huddle. Nerd Huddle. We all gather on Sundays and to do fantasy football and do the last minute lineup changes on Sundays during the season. Why are we the Nerd Huddle? Well, Nerd Huddle, we do movies and TV shows and anything nerd-ish that we kind of like, comic book style, whatever. Today is actually going to be a different day. I'm actually excited for today because this is a revamp of what we used to do. Is what I dubbed the BS show.
Did literally we just become best friends?
Yes, but we literally go on this show and we just talk about whatever we want, literally. And if I swear, if you come in the chat and you can mention pancakes with fur on it, we will get into that subject. Why? I don't know why that came into my head. I don't know why, but if you just something random, we'll talk about it.
I don't want to talk about pancakes with fur on them.
Hey, look, they brought it up. I'm just saying, if it gets brought up, we're like, okay, and then that's gonna change how we feel like fur, and then maybe pancakes. All right, Mark. But look, other than that, though, I just randomly.
That's what I'm doing. If they talk about pancakes with fur on them, I'm out.
You'll get into it. You'll get into it. I know you will somehow, some way.
Sounds absolutely disgusting.
But I'm just saying that, look, you're missing the point here.
See, this is better. I like Braden. Waffles are just pancakes with abs.
There you go. We could talk about that. Look, I'm just telling you, you're missing the whole point here. The point is that we talk about literally anything we want. But tonight we're going to be playing Mario Party. I think. I don't know if one of us is going to hinder that idea because I don't think that individual has a Switch. So I don't know what we're going to do. We're leaning on Mario Party, but we'll see.
Either way, it should be fun.
Yeah, we'll play some type of game.
Hanging out.
Yeah,
it'll be fun.
And I have a few subjects and want to talk about stuff too. Just random, and then football, and so. Anyways, that's it. That'll be tonight on the Nerd Huddle channel.
I think Braden and I are setting up the webcam in the front room. So we'll see how it goes with dogs and kids. But
okay, I might change my setting, just so you can get a view of some of my office. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it should be fun. And is hot dog a sandwich? Ooh, I don't know.
Well, there you go. That's a good topic.
That could be one of the topics we talk about. Anyways, that's our schedule. That's our schedule normally. Normally. But that's gonna subject to change as we can move along. But yeah, Spoiler Kings, and the Panda Grizzly show. It's just a bear show, dude. Like, you could probably avoid that one if you want, to be honest. It's just a bear show. They just cry all the time. It's fine.
It's just gonna get worse when the season starts.
We love our Bears, guys. They're from Chicago. We're here in Arizona. We're not even Cardinals fans, except for Braden. That's the guy in the chair. But anyways,
he is a Cardinals fan.
Yeah. So check us out if you're watching. So good morning, good evening, good night, wherever the hell you're at in the world. My name is Martin. That's Mark. This is the Dynasty Pylon channel, and we will catch you every Wednesday here. If not, we're going to be breaking down every team. What's the next team, Mark?
Ravens?
Yes. Talking about Ravens.
Yep.
We'll be talking about Ravens on Monday. Sunday,
that's going to be a fun one.
Oh, yeah. No, it's going to be a fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's another Maryland team, man. I got to root for the Maryland teams.
Sunday, the morning spike. I don't know if I will be there, but I will try and be there. I'll probably be somewhere out in the world. Probably Vegas again. I don't know who knows. All right. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Tonight.
Later.
Mario Party.
Yeah. Be there. Be square.
Yeah. Have some fun. Later.
Getting hyped when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, yeah, that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate.